Woman, eh, woman, woman, asalo na ma woman dem o, asalo na ma woman dem for all over the world, asalo na. For whichever place una dey watch this video, una welcome for my take. My name na Gina F. Welcome, welcome, welcome for my take. Please, as you watch this video, you like the content, don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to share it with your friends as family. As we all know, sharing is caring. Now, let's dive into the topic for today. Yes, helper. In fact, I am focusing on husband and wife and the woman being the helper. First of all, I want us to be clear. A person who is a helper does not mean that person is stupid, dumb, or whatever name people have been giving women out there, or people have been looking at women with that light. I want us to get that clear. That is why I'm making this video today. Your wife is not stupid, is not dumb, is not foolish. In fact, if you married a foolish wife and a dumb wife, means you are very stupid, you serve that man. Because the Bible, when the Bible says in Genesis 2, verses 18, it says, we will create a helper suitable for that man. When God said we'll create a woman who is going to be a suitable helper for that man, God already knows that not everybody is good at everything. And every man who have sense should know that when I want to marry my wife, I am marrying somebody that is going to be feeding in for me in the areas in which I am weak. That person is not stupid. If you marry the woman who does not fit the area in which you are lacking, then you do not make a smart choice. I am telling you all that. When you want to get married to a woman, you have to get married to a woman who is able to meet the needs, fit the area, fit your own needs, you as a man, your own needs. Because not everybody knows everything. And why I say so, fit your needs, remember, for somebody to be a helper, the person has to be knowledgeable enough in the areas which you are lacking. Knowledgeable enough in the area which you are lacking. And somebody who is knowledge is not a fool. Abi, man will get sense before. Una hear me? No. So, when you want a helper, your wife is your helper. It's not a fool. She's not stupid. She's helping you in the areas you meet because together as husband and wife in Genesis 1 verse 27, in that God says in it, I create them male and female so they can have dominion over the earth and subdue every living creature. So when you meet your wife, you and your wife will work together in bringing out, so you and your wife can work together so una can excel with una unique gift where God create una for do, both of una. That is why the Bible again says when you marry, two becomes one. That is because as husband and wife, you work together as a team. Where one is lacking, the other is strong. Where the other is lacking, the other is strong. Being a helper does not mean that your wife only has to do domestic work. No. A wife can be a helper financially. A wife can be a helper in another aspect of life, in your business, in your school, in raising the children, in educating the children. There are so many things that as husband and wife, you need to do to have dominion in this earth. So, if you married your wife and all all in your mind you're thinking that that woman is going to be a domestic staff in your house, then you are a fool. That definitely tells me that you don't want to have dominion in your area of gifts. Yes. Because if you are gifted in an area, you should marry somebody who is going to help you in other areas and help you mold you so you can work together to grow. It might be in her advices, it might be in her finance. And by the way, when I talk about finance, at the year, all these things the way plenty women they talk say, now the man must take care for me, the man must be financially stronger than I am. Then I dey think like we sometimes we women, some of us will not know what to can. We don't know what it means to be a helper. A helper did not specific. God is not a fool to not specify the area at which you will help the person. It means when you are a helper, you can help them any way, shape, or form. It could even be some financial sometimes. If your husband, if doesn't have enough money to do that business and you have it, my sister, you give it to him. You help him. If your husband is not able to pay that house rentage at this time, my sister, you have the money, you pay the house rentage without disregarding your husband any shape, way, or form. That is why God being so smart, the Bible never specifies what a helper is, what role must be the helper role. But the Bible specifies again that a man and a woman will have dominion. We will multiply and subdue every living creature on earth. It did say that. He also said that a man and a woman should work in partnership so that they can have good revenue. That is what we should be looking at when we are getting married. Nothing else, nothing less. So in a fair way to the talk now say, husband and wife should be partners, not equal partners, because both of you should not know the same thing. If you both of you know the same thing, it's a problem. There should be an area where the woman is good at and an area where the man is good at. So together, una fit be strong team. Una go raise una pikin them well, provide for your family, so that una fit get a better revenue. Una fit get something good out of life. Because remember, we were created to have dominion over this earth. Every living things we have dominion over. We, as I use the word we, is like in the Bible say them, male and female, husband and wife. Your wife is not enslaved to you. She's not a slave to you. She's your partner. She is your partner. That is why when you want to do something in your family, you ask both of you, sit down, talk about it, reason it out. Because why we say reason it out? Because you bring your opinion, your wife bring your opinion, and you move forward with it. And you find a way to work it. Your wife is your partner. She is your helper. She is there to help you in the areas where you are running short of it. I do understand that most times, sometimes, in most couples, the wife end up being home because the man is working. So she stay home and take care of the children. And if that is what works well for that family, that is okay. But because she's staying home and caring for the children and taking care of the house, does not make her less a human. So please, dear wife and dear husband, let's work together as partner to raise our family to the highest height and to make sure that we have good revenue so we can leave something behind for our children. I love you now. Thank you for watching. God bless you.